As a man, your mission is to become completely fearless. That's the only way to attract anything, is to be absolutely 100% completely fearless. You may have heard the term, the only solution to anxiety is action, making a decision. This is very true because when you feel that there is something wrong and you go and you make that decision to make it right, you are attracting so much abundance, so much fuel for yourself as a person to just keep going. It doesn't matter if it's a business venture, if it's a person you want to talk to. You just do it. You nip it in the bud and you do it. It's the only way. It's the only way. I'm a fighter. I love to fight. It's one of my favorite sports ever, boxing particularly. I recently took up this habit of picking the people that I have a fear reaction towards to spar with. This has been one of the most positive factors for my growth. And it's not so much the specific action of sparring with these people itself. It's the result of this action. More so the cause of this action, I would say. To be fearless. To go in there, step in that ring with a fearless mentality. It's the most important part to life. Because you don't accomplish anything if you're scared. You can be scared, but you need to take the action. So, there's this rule. There's this Japanese term Kaizen. I believe almost everybody's heard of it. This is the whole principle of becoming 1% better every day. And the only way to actually stimulate growth is to do the stuff that you're scared of. For you to nip it in the bud. Nip it in the bud. I want you to remember this. Nip it in the bud. That means when you get that feeling of hesitation, you step forward. You take that first step. You get in there and you do it. And if you don't do it this time, well, you better do it next time. You're counting on yourself. You make sure you do this right. And you'll be happy afterwards. Everything that you desire in yourself as a person comes from being fearless. Being the leader. Leading yourself. The only way you lead others is by example. You don't force leadership. You become a leader. And it's a hard, grueling process. But trust me, along the way, you'll feel so good about the decisions you've been making that you'll have no choice but to keep making them. The strong get stronger and the weak get weaker. It's the whole principle of nature. Look, nature is to never be gone against. So if you yourself are weak and you can't seem to change your life and you can't seem to make the right decisions, ask yourself, is there any incentive in being weak? Or is it just immediately more comfortable than the thing you're afraid of facing? You see, God, our Creator, created no incentive for you to be weak. All of the rewards in life come from the uncomfortable decisions. The stimulus, the growth. You can't get anywhere without stimulating yourself. That's what she said. But jokes aside, you need to just make a fearless decision and skyrocket your success, skyrocket your potential, your growth. It's exponential when you do this. Because when you start to get that ball rolling, it goes faster and faster and faster and faster and faster until you don't even know where you're at this point. Like, the answers come when you make that decision. The answers come from radical honesty. The answers come when you look for them. For any of you who are fighters, who like to box, who like to kickbox, jujitsu, whatever, your practice doesn't get better until you start doing the hard things. Your practice doesn't get better until you start to put in that effort that you didn't know you had in you. If you think you're trying hard enough, you need to try harder. That's the whole lesson in life. You always can try harder. You have no idea what your capabilities are. Nobody does. You have no clue what kind of impact you could put on this world. Everybody has this innate power in them. And it's so spiritual at its core. It is your core. The power of the universe is your core. And you have it inside of you. Everything that's stopping you is material. You've imposed every single blocker, every single inhibition that you are facing at this moment. It was only meant for you to grow. It's only something for you to overcome. It's a gift. You gave it to yourself. What you need to do is you need to get strong, and you need to face these battles. You decided to go through them. It doesn't matter what you believe. Believe the thing that empowers you. Trust in yourself. Do the work. Do the due diligence. That's kind of a tongue twister, but you know what I mean. Kaizen. Get better. Get stronger every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year. I hope to see that you guys get strong, and I hope you take my advice. I'll see you next time.